Hello, hello. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So glad that y'all are here. I know, it's been a minute since we've talked about some housewives. I heard y'all loud and clear. I know things have premiered. I know new episodes have happened, but I needed to take a break to celebrate the day of my birth. It was my birthday, but I'm back now. I'm back. I'm recharged, and it's time for another Real Housewives review. We're talking about it. You better believe I'll talk about it. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Season 11 premiere. Let's get into it. Overall, I thought it was a great premiere. It gave me life. It was hilarious. So many funny one-liners. It had drama, but it didn't have like, I'ma slap the lipstick off your face drama. You know what I'm saying? Very big difference. It was just lighthearted, it was glamorous, it was glitz, it was over the top. It was everything that I wanted Beverly Hills to be, and then some. We also have some new additions. Kathy and Crystal, brand new on the scene. Kathy is freaking hilarious, okay? I didn't realize how hilarious she was. We're going to talk about all of Kathy's best moments later on in this recap. Crystal, amazing. Love her so much. I know a lot of you are like, ooh, she's so boring. Glad to see Sutton as a full-time housewife. Well freaking deserved. I love that she has a tagline. I love that she has an intro card. I love that she has a confessional. I love it all. I have very high hopes for this season. I really do. I think it's going to be one for the books. I definitely feel as if everyone has their own storyline and we're not gonna carry a one storyline season again this year. So I very high hopes for the season. The episode opened up with the first look trailer that dropped earlier, and it really set the anticipation for the rest of the season and the rest of the episode. I loved it so much. So during this whole premiere of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, we find out what the ladies have been up to during quarantine, during the peak of COVID. They're all airing their woes about not being able to see each other, not being able to get glammed up, go on vacations, go on events. You know, the list goes on. So they're very happy to be back around people again and being able to do glam and get dressed up. Rich people problems. That was a little tone deaf for me, personally. However, I'm gonna say an unpopular opinion. For this season, personally, I know there's a lot of shit going on in the world. The whole mask thing, COVID, social distance, traveling, blah, blah, blah. I get it. We're all dealing with it in our own way. Personally, for me, I'm gonna use the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills as an escape. It's an escape from it all. I'm just gonna pretend that we live in a world with no COVID, just for my own sanity. So I want the glitz, I want the money, I want the over the top, I want this weird sort of disconnect from reality. This is exactly what I need right now. Honestly, another point of this premiere, I think we're honestly going to see everyone getting their own separate storylines this year. As Melissa Gorga would say, thank you, Jesus. I'm so excited. Everyone gets their own storyline. You get a storyline, you get a storyline, you get a storyline. We all get storylines. Crystal versus Sutton and the whole racial tension, colorism, all of that, that's their deal. Kyle versus Kathy, I think we're gonna see Kathy defend Kim hardcore and see how that really affects Kyle. Erica, well, clink clink, that whole thing, that is her storyline, and I am excited to see the demise of Erica Jane. Thank you. Lisa Rinna and her daughter dating Scott Disick. I think we're going to see that play out. So we're going to see a plethora of different things to watch, different things to talk about. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. I'm excited about it. Now, let's get into the premiere of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 11. We're talking about the episode, y'all. This is a supersized review and recap today because we've got a lot to talk about, and I'm so excited to talk about it with y'all. So the episode, it opens up with Rinna and Erica and Darit all going to visit Kyle because she had a nose job. She said that she broke it during the filming of Halloween. I'm gonna call bullshit, Kyle. I'm just gonna call bullshit. She said something flew back and hit her in the face, and she said that the doctor told her that it would take 10 years off of her life. Okay. You look the same. Kyle then says that she's been laying in bed eating soup and shopping online, and she doesn't even remember what she bought. That's a mood. It speaks to all of us when we were in quarantine. Every single one of us. How many times have you bought something online during quarantine and then a box shows up and you're like, what the hell did I order? Raise your hand. Thank you. So Darit and Erica drove over to Kyle's together in Dorit's fancy car. I don't really know what it was. Was it like a Ferrari? Probably some fancy car that I really don't know the name to. So Darit and Erica are catching up about how life has been while they were bunkering down through the panty. They're saying how this whole thing forced them to slow down. Darit said that she loves spending time with her kids, having everyone at home. Erica shares that her and Tom had dinner together every night, but then later in the review we find out that Erica didn't really handle not working very well during the whole pandemic. Gee, I wonder why. We also find out Kyle and Darit, they vacationed together in Mexico because they were in the same quarantine pod. We'll hear a lot of the ladies mention that a lot throughout this episode of various pods they were in so they could see other people other than their family during quarantine. PK and Mauricio, they also have a little bromance going on right now. Kyle and Rinna are talking about how they haven't talked or seen Garcelle in over a year, and Kyle said that Garcelle unfollowed her on Instagram. So we also see that Garcelle and Sutton have a budding friendship going on. Garcelle is also talking to Denise a lot, and there's a whole scene where we talk about Denise, which we'll get to that in a minute. So Sutton is sad that Denise hasn't responded to any of her text messages because Sutton thought that they were friends and has been reaching out to her, but apparently Denise doesn't want anything to do with her, so that's a whole thing. But can we please talk about this foreshadowing that Bravo editing put into this premiere? Y'all, I am done.
Ooh, you clean up good. I got you looking just right.
Gotta make sure the jury likes me today.
Every day.
So then Darit tells Kyle and Erica and Rinna that she wants to plan a barbecue at her house so all the ladies can get all glammed up and be around each other. Kyle, Darit, Rinna, and Erica are also talking about how they got all dressed up in their own homes and they would just walk down the hallway in their fancy outfits, in their glam, in their stilettos. Again, rich people problems. So now let's move over to Dorit's home. She is getting everyone up and around for the morning. Her son Jagger, though, is a frickin' hoot. He wants Darit to carry him down the stairs, and she won't do that, and he is pressed, y'all. And hold the freaking phone. Darit has a private teacher during a global pandemic. Okay. So money really can buy whatever the hell you want. We also found out that Sutton moved into Kyle's old house. Another hilarious Bravo edit.
So happy that you're in here, I can't tell you. We love it here. We're having so much fun. Oh my God.
So she's currently renting the home from Kyle. I guess Kyle really couldn't part with her old house. I don't understand what's going on here. Has she been paying for both of these homes? Her new home and her old home? That's a lot of money to be just throwing out the window. But I did watch What Happens Live, and yes, she did, in fact, keep the old house. She does have both houses. So Kyle goes over to see Sutton, and she's very weirded out that all of Sutton's decorations are in her old house. Bitch, you rented it out to Sutton. Of course Sutton's gonna put her own things in the house. Why are you so sad? You got rid of it. and you let her live there. Let her decorate it. You are pressed. But can we just talk about this weird self-portrait of Sutton, and I think that might be her daughter? Like, what the fuck is this? So now let's break down how we got here with Sutton moving into Kyle's house. Let's just talk about it. So Sutton moved out of her old house, and the new house that she purchased is going through some renovations, and she needed a place to rent until her new home is complete. So she moved into Kyle's old home, and she's paying rent. So the rent was $25,000, but Kyle gave her the friends and family discount for the low price of $20,000 a month. Again, rich people problems in Beverly Hills. So now let's move over to Garcelle and Rinna. They're meeting up to talk about the fallout both of them had after the BS with Denise from last season. So Rinna is all, I really care about you, Garcelle. I really do. And then she apologized for hurting Garcelle last season. Rinna also says that she was harder on Denise than she needed to be. She said that she wished she could have been like Garcelle and stood by her friend and not cared whether she slept with Brandy or not. That was my thing during this whole thing. Like, everybody was so pressed with Denise and whether or not her and Brandy slept together. I mean, Denise definitely made it harder than it needed to be. She should have just, like, talked about it instead of running away from it. I don't know. That's my whole thing. But Rinna and all the other ladies minus Garcelle was very hard on Denise. Like, way harder than they needed to be. Like, fucking let it go. Seriously. Anyway, Garcelle was like, well, why couldn't you just do that? Meaning stand by Denise and, like, have her back. And Lisa responds with, I just couldn't do that. It wasn't honest. I needed the truth. It wasn't honest. Rinna thinks that the relationship between Denise and Brandy was much deeper than her friendship with Rinna. I do love how Garcelle kept pushing Rinna and really gunning for her, but in like a polite, respectful, peaceful way. The facial expressions from Garcelle during this whole meetup were like, oh yeah, Rinna. Sure. Yeah, did anyone else get that? Just me? Okay. Lisa admits, though, that she was a see you next Tuesday. Lisa says, I was an effing see you next Tuesday. I mean, she's kind of right. She was. Rinna was a complete asshole last year, regardless of if Denise slept with Brandy or not. Who cares? You stick by your friend. You don't keep checking people whether or not they've been truthful or not. Like, who cares? Let it go. Let it go. So both Garcelle and Rinna come to some sort of resolution. Garcelle is able to tread lightly but move forward with Rinna. Also, side note, I'm just going to say it, I do truly hope that this is the last time we talk about Denise Gate this season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Because we've got to put that to bed. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Like, we can't talk about this anymore. I think Denise had a lot to do with making last year seem choppy and edited in a weird, odd way. Things were cut out. Things didn't make sense. I really didn't like that the entire season last year was focused around Denise and Brandy and whether or not they fucked. Who cares? Let's move on from Denise Gate. Also, side note, don't know if y'all know this, Brandy is very pissed off at Bravo. Extremely pissed off at Bravo. She thinks that Bravo used her last season just for a storyline. So she came on and aired her dirty laundry with Denise, thinking that by doing that, they would offer her a diamond for this new season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and no one ever reached out to her, and now she's just very, like, annoyed because she felt very used and taken advantage of, which, whatever. Let's move on. So now let's talk about this scene with Erica and her overflow closet with her glam team. Now, I don't know if y'all know this, but one of the feds investigating the lawsuit surrounding Tom and Erica came forward and said that they will be watching this season very closely and taking notes to see if there's any footage or anything that they can use against Erica and to see if she's withholding information from the courts. So, yeah, the FBI, the feds, they are watching this season like hawks to see if Miss Erica Girardi has a slip-up, which, based on this scene, big slip-up. That freaking overflow closet is filled with so many clothes, probably paid for using the money from the victims of this plane crash and all of the lawsuits that Tom was defending. Like, 18 racks of freaking clothes that she doesn't have space for in her, as she put it, fancy closet? Get out of here. Well, Erica got one thing right. On a dime, her world will change, and it does in a huge, shocking way.
And the one thing that quarantine has taught me is that on a dime, the world can change.
And can we just look at her freaking fancy closet? It is completely ridiculous. Those feds are taking notes, y'all. And Mikey better get ready because he's soon going to find himself unemployed very, very soon. So Erica is talking about how Tom is doing with her glam team, her friends that she pays for. She said that he's as busy as he can be because courts are closed and he's waiting for the day for his business to return to normal. Newsflash, it won't. Ever. Clink, clink. So now many of you are wondering, well, why is everybody acting like nothing's going on with Erica and no one's talking about the lawsuits? Well, here's the thing. The season was filmed in real time while all of this information was coming out. So the cast is going to find out about all of the lawsuits while filming. So we're not to that point yet. Right now, the ladies think that nothing is going on. It was filmed in real time. So we have to wait until that part of the season comes up to get that part of Erica's storyline. Trust me, there's going to be some like huge Bravo editing. I'm going to make a guess. I'm going to make a guess that we aren't going to get that until the mid-season trailer. That's just my personal thoughts. So now let's move over to Garcelle and Dorit. They also have a budding friendship going on, and I think Garcelle took a page from Dorit's book with all those fucking hair clips. I can't with the hair clips. It's too much. Can we make that trend go away, please? So now let's talk about Garcelle's new fish. She named the fish Darit and Kyle. The black and white fish is Darit because it's fabulous and stylish. And she named the goldfish Kyle because it's original, ordinary, and plain. I am deceased, y'all. I am deceased. So Garcelle shares with Darit that she met up with Rinna and Rinna apologized and that Rinna knows that she messed up with Garcelle and wants to move forward. And Garcelle just doesn't know if she can fully trust Rinna yet. And that's fair. We can't expect Garcelle to just jump in full force and trust someone. Trust takes time. I mean, Lisa, though, thinks that they are perfectly fine, and Garcelle's like, I'm treading lightly. Rinna has a lot of proving to do in order to build the friendship back up between her and Garcelle. So now, the moment I personally have been waiting for, we get to meet Crystal Kung Minkoff. So Kyle and Rinna are dropping off toys at Crystal's house for the children's hospital that Crystal works very closely with. Crystal is also friends with Kyle's sister, Kathy Hilton. So one of the main reasons we got Kathy Hilton this season on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is because of Crystal. Crystal joined the show as long as they also brought on Kathy Hilton. So we can thank Crystal Kung Minkoff for giving us Kathy Hilton. Personally, I hope Kathy Hilton signs on for a full-time role next year because I love her so freaking much. And then we also have Crystal's freaking husband. He was the motherfucking producer of Disney's original The Lion King.
Yeah, I went to Cal Arts and studied animation. I started at Disney. That's what brought me to LA, and then I've been here.
The animated version, y'all. I loved when Crystal gave the house tour and we got to see all of the artifacts from The Lion King. Fun fact, I am a huge Disney fan. As you can see from some of the things on my little shelf here, huge Disney fan. And I'm also a huge Housewives fan. And it's almost as if, not almost as if, it is, my worlds collided.
People don't normally name drop themselves, but he's iconic, honey. It's the Lion King. Hello.
They are collided. I am so freaking excited to see all of this. Crystal, Kyle, and Rinna, they are all sitting outside, chatting, catching up, getting to know each other, and I'm just gonna say it one more time, really drive the point home. I really, really love Crystal. She's telling Rinna and Kyle about her Chinese culture and all of the rituals. She tells them that 8 is the ultimate Chinese number, and when she gave birth to her daughter at 8 a.m. I think it was 8 a.m. 8 a.m., 8 p.m., either way, an 8. She waited to push that kid out until the clock struck 8. That is that on that. So now all of the ladies are getting ready for Darit's barbecue party. Erica is with her glam squad. Bitch, enjoy it while you can because they are going to be leaving your ass soon. They're going to be scattering like roaches. What the fuck though? You know the feds are going to use this shit against her. Yes, they are. They're taking their notes. Darit, she's also getting all glammed up and her kids are freaking savages. Jagger tells her that he thinks she doesn't look good and that her dress looks like a bathrobe. And her daughter, Phoenix, says, "Mommy, I can see your boobies."
I'm a savage. Classy, bougie, ratchet.
So, why is everyone so fucking fancy for this barbecue? I guess this is what happens when you can't get glam for an entire year. You go over the top for a barbecue. So Rinna arrives to Darit's barbecue, and this is a perfect opportunity for "Bitch stole my look."
Bitch stole my look.
Who wore it better, Rinna or Jen Shaw? My vote goes to Rinna because I don't like a con woman. I don't like a con woman. And here comes Kathy motherfucking Hilton. I am so excited for her. So Kathy and Crystal are en route to Darit's house, and they both say they're so excited for the food because they're both eaters, and I have never felt more seen in my life. I'm gonna say it though, Kathy is chaotic energy, and I am here for it. She thought Garcelle was Kyle.
How are you?
Good, how
Wait,
are
I thought you were Kyle.
Is she serious? Kathy tells Darit that she has really bad vision and that she has contacts but doesn't put them in because she is afraid to put them in. Again, Kathy, I see you, I relate to you. I hate touching my eyes like that as well. I just can't do it. I can't even put eye drops in my own eyes. So I see you, Kathy, and I feel you, and I get it. This is the duo that we all deserve. And how about a shady producer moment?
Do you know Darit?
No.
But y'all, this season has me flying. Like, the fact that we can joke about things from last season, I'm literally just dying.
I need to find out if she glammed and that's why she was late. I'm just saying.
No, we are not starting it off like that.
And then Sutton seeing Mauricio and saying, landlord.
Hello.
Landlord.
I am dead. This season premiere of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills just gave me life. So this whole barbecue just made me so happy. Everyone is happy. Everyone's joking around, laughing, having fun together. It's so refreshing. Everyone's getting along for now. It's just so great. The one-liners really sent me. I will say the food choices are very interesting for a barbecue, though. Am I just not going to the right barbecues? I thought barbecue food was hamburgers, hot dogs, macaroni salad, but I guess this is a barbecue in Beverly Hills, in the old 90210. All these ladies, though, are shoving food in their mouths like it's their last goddamn meal. So Rinna is planning a girls' trip. She wants to invite all the girls to Lake Tahoe. She invites everyone for a fun getaway weekend, and we need to talk about it. Kathy asks if she can bring dental supplies because when Kathy was little, she invited all of the neighborhood kids over and she would do dental work on them. I am not okay. That's not normal. She invited, I can just picture it. Kathy Hilton inviting all of the fucking neighborhood kids over to the house. I mean, like, okay, open up. I need to fill some fillings. You have cavities. Did she pull actual teeth out of people? I have so many questions about this whole scenario. But we've got to... This is exactly why Kathy needs to be on more. She's hilarious. So Garcelle and Sutton are sharing a moment off to the side. And Sutton shares that she thought that Garcelle and Rinna were good and they moved on. But that is not the case, and Garcelle said that her and Rinna are not good, and they have not moved on, and Garcelle said that it takes more than one drink evening to fix a friendship, which, facts are facts, America. I think Garcelle is willing to move on, but she's not willing to move on at, like, a sprint pace. You know, it's a marathon, it takes time. So Kathy then says that she and Darit had dinner, but y'all, Kathy mispronouncing Dorit's name as Dorit.
We had dinner the other night and laughed. Who? You and Dorit and I.
Dorit. Kathy.
Dorit.
Fucking dead.
Dorit.
So then we end the premiere with everyone going around a circle. These ladies, though, are all about, let's go around the table and share something. Never ends well. So they're going around and sharing their best moments and worst moments during COVID. Sutton shares that she couldn't get out of bed. Kyle had a hard time with the unknown because of her anxiety. But the one that we need to talk about is Erica. Hers was very dark. She had a very hard time with quarantine. She said she walked the halls, everything was silent, she felt dread. Who was she if she wasn't working? She dreaded waking up. She even went on Lexapro to help her deal and cope with all of the thoughts and emotions and feelings that she, was having. So many of these women did have a hard time with the whole work aspect. They were able to cover up all of their feelings, all of their problems, all of their emotions with work so they wouldn't need to deal with them. They ran from their problems by covering it up with just working all the time. So let's just end this review with this from Erica.
The bigger your life is, the bigger your problems are.
The bigger your life is, the bigger your problems are. This sums up perfectly everything about season 11 of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And that is a wrap for the season premiere of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. What did y'all think? I want you to comment below. Tell me all of your favorite parts. Are you excited about season 11 of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Are you not excited? Are you going to be watching? We're going to break down the whole season, y'all. So make sure you get subscribed. I've got some fun videos coming up this week. We're going to toot or boot some Real Housewives of Beverly Hills confessional looks and intro cards. We've got the Real Housewives of New Jersey reunion part 1 review coming up. Lots to get excited about. Get subscribed to my channel so you don't miss out, and we will talk Housewives soon. Bye, guys.